Joining me this morning on the Miller Lite Jersey Central Newsmaker Hotline, we go head-to-head each week as part of the VIP players for our Pro Football Pick'em Challenge at WCTCAM.com, which, of course, you could play right against us or right alongside us online. He's the general manager of Mercedes-Benz of Edison. Great to welcome Doug Wells back to WCTC. Good morning, Doug. How are you?
How are you? And I'm not doing so good, though.
You're looking. Well, first of all, you're looking okay. You put up a very snazzy picture of yourself on the website there. A nice tie, nice jacket. You're looking real sharp there. I got to give you that. That's good, right?
I figured I had to do something.
Well, you're looking good. I got to get a better picture of myself. I have a picture of me with a cigar and a shirt with pictures of strips of bacon on it. So I think I could do better. But you're looking good online, my man. And driving around in these Mercedes-Benz cars, you always look good, right? So what car are you driving in nowadays?
Today I'm in a C300 sedan, which is just a great car.
Beautiful. And anybody's interested, they come see you and talk about the cars, right?
100%.
Yeah, good stuff. What were you going to say about that car you're in?
It's a lot more affordable than everybody thinks.
Yeah. You know what? You'd be surprised. Go see Doug. He's got a great crew of people there in Edison, and they'd love to get you in one, that's for sure. Taking a look back at the games this weekend, you like that Kansas City team. They're still undefeated, Doug. You think they're going to go a little ways? They beat a very good Jacksonville team this week.
I think the Jacksonville game really showed something, because that was a very big defense, and they held on to get it done.
Yeah, well, that's a good Jacksonville team. They got a tough game coming up next week. We'll talk about that. And people, I don't know, Doug, maybe people are looking too far ahead. There's a game in November that's going to be played in Mexico. It's Kansas City against the L.A. Rams, and some people are saying they might both be undefeated by the time. It's like they could potentially both be 11-0 by the time they get to this game that's not even being played in the United States, right? Right?
Right, and it's also, those are two teams everyone right now has figured to be in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, could be if this keeps up, that's for sure. A couple of losses that we had. You had Green Bay. You had picked them, and didn't the kicker miss like 3 field goals or something, Doug, against the Lions on Sunday? He had an awful day.
He did, and that changes the outcome of a game.
It does. Like I said, I got to take the Lions because they're a cat team, and that's the only reason I had them, because I was sure that Green Bay was going to win that game. Also, Baltimore goes to Cleveland. The Cleveland Browns, they won 1 game in the last 2 years. So far, they've got 2 wins. They beat the Jets, and now they've got an overtime win. That's a division win against the Baltimore Ravens. This Cleveland Browns team, Doug, I mentioned to you about halfway through the season, they're going to still be in the playoff conversation. We might get 12 games into the season, and Cleveland is still hanging around. You never know.
Well, they seem to be playing every game with a lot of heart. So, the team's a lot better than everybody thinks. Yeah,
no question about it. Some of the ones that we both got wrong, we both had Tennessee beating Buffalo, but the Bills got their first win of the season by 1 point over Tennessee. We both had Denver beating the Jets. I don't know what got into the Jets on Sunday. They look fantastic. A couple of long plays, and they will typically lose a game against a team like Denver when they come in. Sam had a great day. They ran the ball like crazy, and maybe this will be the start of a couple of good, solid weeks for the Jets. What do you think?
I agree, and I told you, I said, on paper, you've got to go against the Jets, but I told you last week I wanted the Jets to win, right. and he was throwing that ball with such pinpoint accuracy. It was crazy.
They had a couple of super long touchdowns through the air and a couple long touchdown runs on the ground, too. It was a great day for the Jet offense. Let's hope that continues. We also had the 49ers beating the Arizona Cardinals. We lost that one. Arizona got their first wins, and every team has at least one win. We also had Philadelphia over Minnesota. Vikings went to Philadelphia and beat the Eagles. And those were the losses that we had. We had a couple of wins. We both had New England over the Colts. We both had Pittsburgh over Atlanta. I think the Steelers might have saved their season with that win this past week. Doug, what do you think?
I agree. That was a must-win for them, for sure.
Yeah, they had a lot of touchdowns, and that leaves the Atlanta Falcons in a pretty bad position going forward. How about, I think the Giants, I don't know, Doug, they just can't seem to catch a break. Odell Beckham throws for a touchdown. The running back runs for a touchdown late in the game, gives the Giants the lead late. There's some tension in the clubhouse before the game about some comments that Odell Beckham made about the team and the struggles that they're having. And on top of that, they lose on the longest walk-off field goal in NFL history, a 63-yard kick as time expired. What else do the Giants have to do to get a win, Doug?
To me, they have all the talent. It just seems like they're not playing 100% together all the time, and they're not putting 100% of effort through the entire game.
Yeah, they've got a big game this week against the Eagles, and we'll talk about that later in the week when we do our preview. But they've got when you've got talented players that are creating problems. Listen, I love Odell Beckham. They knew what they were getting into when they made him this tremendously wealthy contract, and they made him one of the highest paid players in the game. Listen, they knew it was going to come at a price, that if he's not happy, he's got no problem telling the world that he's not happy, and it's somebody else's fault why he's not happy. So they're going to have to try to put a tent over that circus sooner than later, or it's just going to be a big problem and a big distraction as this season goes along. We had Cincinnati over Miami. They were behind by a couple scores early on. They came back and beat the Dolphins. We had the Chargers beating the Oakland Raiders. No sweat there. We had the Saints last night beating the Washington Redskins. Drew Brees. How about Drew Brees? He was a guy, Doug, that they were the San Diego Chargers at the time, said, you know what, this Drew Brees guy, he's got nothing left in the tank. Let's draft a younger quarterback. It turned out to be Phillip Rivers. Well, actually, it was Eli Manning, and they traded for Phillip Rivers. Drew Brees he's got nothing left. He's out of gas. He's got nothing left. What does he do? He goes to New Orleans, wins a Super Bowl, and now he's the highest passing quarterback in the history of the NFL. Big mistake to give up on a guy like him, right?
Yeah, very big mistake. And you know what? And he's a real nice guy. I met him once down in New Orleans, and he's very, very, very nice guy. Oh,
right. They play their games in the New Orleans, the Mercedes-Benz Superdome. That's right. That's the name of their home field.
That is correct.
Very cool. Good stuff. All right, so get your picks in. Doug and I are going to talk again on Thursday, and we'll preview the games that are coming up this weekend. And, of course, we'll start when we talk on Thursday with the Giants-Eagles game that's going to be played later on that night. But we wanted to remind people, Doug, too, about the event coming up on Sunday, this event here with breast cancer awareness with our friends from Susan G. Komen. We're all going to gather at your dealership Sunday morning at 8 o'clock, and we're going to be raising awareness for breast cancer research here in New Jersey with our friends from Susan G. Komen. This is open to anybody. No matter what kind of car you drive, anybody can come to this, right, Doug?
Yeah, so what we're trying to do is we're trying to get a bunch of cars. It could be an old classic. It could be a new AMG. It could be a hot rod Ferrari. Any type of cars that want to do. They like to have an excuse to take the cars for a ride. We're going to meet at the dealership in the morning, have a little nosh, a little breakfast outside. Everybody check out everybody's cars, and we're going to take a half-hour ride south and end up down in the Garmani clothing store in Red Bank. And have some trophies, some giveaways, and all that stuff.
Beautiful. This is so much fun. And, of course, when you're at the Ray Mercedes-Benz of Edison, when you're there on Sunday, check out the cars that they have as well. And as Doug mentioned, we'll have some breakfast, and then we'll take the ride down to Red Bank after that. You will love Garmani, too, in Red Bank if you've never been there. I mean, talk about just some beautiful, beautiful clothes that they have available there. And the party will continue when we get to Red Bank. We'll have some auction items. There'll be some music. We'll give out some trophies like Doug had mentioned. It's a great, great day. And it's Ray Catena, the dealerships, do a wonderful job of supporting breast cancer research here in New Jersey. And they, of course, encourage others to donate to the cause to help meet their monetary goals. So you'll be able to make donations coming up on Sunday as well. So this will be a great event, driving awareness with Ray Catena, Mercedes-Benz of Edison, Garmani, and, of course, our good friends at the Susan G. Komen Central and South Jersey affiliate. Register or just show up on Sunday, Doug? Anybody can just come on by?
Yeah, anybody can come by, but we're hoping anybody you can go to the website, the RayCatena.com website. It'll bring you to a link where you can, if you're going to bring a car, to register the car.
Oh, yeah.
Because we'd love to know the type of cars we have coming, and try and get a head count, and anybody else can come check out the cars. More the merrier.
Absolutely.
The whole idea for this is just for October, which is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. We're driving awareness, and Susan G. Komen, who we've partnered with for many years, had asked us if we would do something cool like that and we said we would.
Yep, it's a wonderful thing to do, and if you're worried about missing football on Sunday, don't worry. We wrap up in Red Bank at 12 noon. You'll have plenty of time to catch all the 1 o'clock games right after that, but we get underway 8 o'clock in Edison. We wind up at 12 noon in Red Bank, and it's a terrific, terrific day to raise awareness for our friends from Susan G. Komen. Doug Wells, as always, great to talk to you, my friend. Good luck, and we'll talk again on Thursday, and we'll break down the picks for week number 6 then. How's that?
You got it. Thank you.